So one thing I've wanted to cover, but I haven't exactly had the time because I had the roast and everything to go to last week, was the situation going on with the Dutch farmers who are being extremely based and resisting government control over their farms and over their livelihood. Police fire on Dutch farmers protesting the environmental rules. Farmers have blocked supermarkets, distribution centres, and roads in response to government plans to cut nitrogen emissions. Dutch police fired shots at tractor riding farmers who were protesting against plans to cut nitrogen emissions on Tuesday evening in northern Netherlands. Police said they were responding to a threatening situation when the farmers who were attempting to push past a blockade to get onto a highway in the province of Friesland started to drive their tractors into officers and their vehicles. According to the Friesland police, their shots hit a tractor, but no one was injured. 3 suspects were arrested. The Riche Bladia Hurdy-gurdy fucking Dutch speak. The Dutch government's internal investigator says it would look into the events given police had discharged their weapons. A spokesperson for the Friesland police did not respond to inquiries, of course they wouldn't, but said a statement would be released later on Wednesday. Dutch farmers have this week been protesting government plans that could require farmers to use less fertiliser and reduce their livestock numbers, which could see some farms closed. Now, this is something that we are going to be seeing an awful lot of over the next few years. The governments are trying to get farms to close, and it's so that the governments can take them over. Because basically, the farmers serve a monumentally vital role in our society, right? They make our food, that stuff that we need to live. Yeah, that's the farmers. The farmers make our food. Quite important, right? I mean, I make YouTube videos, right? If I go, society will be fine. Society is gonna get by just fine. If the farmers go, society will fucking crumble. society, if society will turn into fucking Mad Max, where we all start devouring each other instead. So yes, farmers have quite an important role in society. The Dutch government wants to reduce emissions of nitrogen oxide and ammonia, which are produced by livestock, by 2030. Cuts could reach 70% in some areas under the plans. In response, Dutch farmers have blocked supermarkets, distribution centres, and roads in protest this week. Wednesday morning, they are expected to demonstrate at the Groningen Airport Elde, according to Dutch media. MP Caroline van der Plas called for an emergency debate with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte and the Minister of Justice and Security, Dylan Schmergeberge, who cares, about the escalating protests. And things have just steadily been getting worse right now. Basically, it's their livelihood, it's their business. The government can fuck off and just leave them to it, right? That's all it should be. And this is the thing that we're getting as well now. Climate change. Now, one of the things that I'm not an expert on climate change. Is it real? Is it not real? I have no idea. I've got my fingers in far too many pies, so that is not exactly my area of expertise. But one thing that I am noticing about the entire climate change debate is it is being used as an excuse to interfere in a lot of industry. It seems that a lot of regulations are being passed to make such industries just not profitable anymore. They can't function anymore. It seems that governments are trying their hardest to claw back farmland from like private owners as private property. There's actually a page on like the UK government's website where you can sell your farm to the government. If you want to stop farming, then they will give you money to take your land from you, and then that'll go over to the government. It seems that the government is trying to shut down farming. Now, this is the thing is like the World Economic Forum. This is obviously part of their plan. This is something that they want to do. They're going to shut down the farms, and I have no idea what they're going to do with them after that. But see all this, you will eat the bugs, like shit. I don't know. It's strange. It just it's curious. I'm just saying it's curious, right? It is very, very, very strange that this is something that they want to do. If anything, I feel that the farms absolutely 100% should be protected. They should be protected because if they go, then fuck Jesus Christ, fucking humanity itself goes. I find that slightly worrying. And the Dutch farmers were doing things like going up and spraying manure all over Parliament buildings and stuff, which let's say that's fucking funny. Right, so I think what the Dutch farmers are doing is great. I think it's now also kicking off in Poland and it's kicking off in Germany, and yeah, The government should not be able to come in and tell you how to run your business. It should not be able to control your industry. As long as you're not damaging other people's property, then what the fuck ever. Do whatever you want. And it's all this, oh, this stuff's getting released into the atmosphere and all that type of stuff, and it's bad. And I'm like, yeah, but is it though? As it kind of seems that, because a lot of the stuff I've looked at is, back in the 60s and 70s, the ice caps are going to emit about all that stuff, and it's like not happened yet. I don't know. I'm still saying though, I'm not an expert on climate change. Maybe it is happening, maybe it isn't, right? I'm just skeptical, right? Because one thing that we talk about a lot on this channel is the government using, manufacturing tragedies and manufacturing problems that they themselves created, and then offering a solution to the problem that results in a massive loss of freedom. Right? That old technique that the government uses. Create a problem, offer the solution to the problem, but the solution always comes at a price, usually freedom. And then repeat that a good few dozen times. And I think that climate change, all the climate change stuff is just an excellent excuse for them all to do that. I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Climate change is not my area of expertise. I'm just saying it's given me a big old think.